So today was changing shocks. This is a 2007 Chevy Express cargo van, like any other GMC van truck. Once in a while, every 2 years or 3 years, you have to change your shocks. So today we're changing the shocks. I'll show you whether, if you remove your tire, the shocks, you'll see a spring, this big spring here. The shock is inside the spring. You see that? That's the bolt, one of the bolts for the shocks right there. And there's two more bolts under here, but you can't see it because I had to put the car on a pallet so I can get the weight, because it's easy to change the shocks, but when you screw in the bolts, you have to make sure you put all the weight down on the car before you put the tire on, so that you can screw in this top bolt. This top bolt is a tricky bolt here. See that? That bolt is very tricky, but it's easy. It's easy. All you have to do is drop the car. You see, like now, my car is on a jack. I'm sitting on a jack. I drop the jack. You see the jack? If you can look under there, you see the jack. I drop the jack so that the weight comes on this side, so this can fall in and I can be able to screw in that bolt. But the other two bolts are easy. On this van, this top here, you need a 5/8 spanner like this. 5/8. Make sure it's 5/8 for the top. For this top, this bolt here. For the bottom ones, they're 13 millimeters. The bolts are under here. If you look, this is the shock. You see the new shock here? This is the new shock. This black thing in here, this tube, that's the new shock. So under it, if you look closely, you will see the bolts there, those two bolts there. But they are 13 millimeters on this van, and they are very easy to deal with. So remove those two bolts, come up here, remove that 5/8 nut. It's a nut right here on top here. And when you make sure when you're removing this nut, have some clamps like this, because you'll need you'll need to hold this center piece here. You need to hold this center here before you take this nut off. If you don't do that, the whole thing will be spinning. So get yourself some clamps like this. Lock the clamps right here. That's what I did. I locked the clamps over there on the flat side of that bolt here. I lock my clamps there, and then I open this nut here. It's easy, very easy. Anybody can do it, but it takes time, and make sure you have a way to support your vehicle. Like me, I put the car on a pallet. Look at this. Look at this. See that? I drop the car on a pallet so that the weight can come on this side, and I can be able to because if you don't drop the weight, you won't be able to have enough room to put to screw this nut in. So you have to find a way to drop the weight on the side you're fixing. Tomorrow I'll fix the other side. Today I'm fixing the driver's side. Make sure you find a way to drop the weight on this side so that it can press, the spring can press down. When the spring presses down, you can be able to have enough room to tighten that bolt. You have to tighten that bolt. Okay, it's easy. So, and this is a Chevy Express. The tools I used this clamp to clamp the top bolt. I used the 5/8. What do you call it? People have different names for that. And I use this ratchet. This is a ratchet with a 13mm. See that? So these are the tools I used. This is a ratchet. You hook it up with this 13mm. And I also sometimes you might need a pipe to break down the bolts. If the bolts are too tight, get a small pipe. Put inside the ratchet. Put this pipe inside the ratchet, like right here, and use the pipe to give you more energy and more strength to move. Okay, so that's what I use today for this. It's a very easy job, but it's very tedious. Okay, if you have any questions, you can go Google online, and if you can't find them online, ask me. Bye. And I use this ratchet. This is a ratchet with a 13mm. See that? So these are the tools I used. This is a ratchet. You hook it up with this 13mm. And I also sometimes you might need a pipe to break down the bolts. If the bolts are too tight, get a small pipe. Put inside the ratchet. Put this pipe inside the ratchet, like right here, and use the pipe to give you more energy and more strength to move. Okay, so that's what I use today for this. It's a very easy job, but it's very tedious. Okay, if you have any questions, you can go Google online, and if you can't find them online, ask me. Bye.